All right, so Ben Fox Rubin, my friend, my buddy, my Amazon covering cohort. We just saw a baker's dozen of new devices from Amazon, new Alexa gadgets, new Fire TV stuff, a new Ring camera. What's your overall takeaway from this very busy and jam-packed day?
So, generally speaking, I like the idea that they broadly made these devices look a little bit nicer. I mean, Alexa has always been the primary element of this whole thing, and they're constantly improving that. But from a design perspective, this stuff didn't really actually look this nice. It was pretty plasticky, it was kind of bulky, so they did a much better job, I thought, to soften the look and to add a lot of fabric to some of the designs to get a little bit closer to the competition.
I think that's right. I think we're seeing the Alexa platform mature. We're seeing these devices kind of come into their own as things you'd want to put in your home and kind of show off. Kind of borrowing a page from Apple. Like, I think the new subwoofer looks a lot like the HomePod in some ways. It's kind of that same aesthetic that it's going for. And it's just interesting to see on the software side, all of these devices really work towards working with everything they possibly can.
Alexa, including a wall clock.
Including a wall clock, right? And, you know, the Alexa Connect chip, this new Alexa Connect kit that developers can put into their appliances and devices to very easily and cheaply connect it with the Amazon cloud, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, encryption, all of that stuff, and make anything into an Alexa gadget, really. The microwave that they showed kind of shows the possibility for that. Do you see a lot of potential there in terms of
they've been doing it already.
The platform, right?
Yeah, at CES they said that Alexa was integrated with 4,000 devices. Now at IFA they said 20,000 devices. That's a 5-fold increase in just a couple months. I think it's about 8 months. So with that additional kit and all the other things that they're adding in, you would expect that number to continue going up because obviously 20,000 devices from Amazon's perspective, that's just a start. The thing that I'm curious about is how quickly is Google going to try to catch up with Google Assistant? Apple has been really slow with this, with Siri and the HomePod, but we'll see if they try to do the same thing with HomeKit and the HomePod as well.
Yeah, I think the message from Amazon to Apple and Google is really clear right now. It's catch us if you can.
Yeah,
you know, they're running
that's
a
good
full
way of putting
sprint,
it.
and they're just trying to get Alexa everywhere and everything connected to her to make it this really all-encompassing home assistant that can do whatever you want it to. And they took a big step towards that today. I got to give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, one of the fun things that I kind of like about writing about Amazon is that they're not afraid to experiment. I mean, like, Apple would never, ever come out with an experimental basics microwave for $60
microwave.
Like a $60 microwave or the wall clock, which
Yeah.
I personally think is kind of silly. It's a little stupid and it doesn't really do that much, but if you look at it from the perspective of we're experimenting, we're trying different things, this is a new platform and we're going to try to do stuff, then I'm kind of all for it, and I look forward to, you know, more Alexa connected toilets, God forbid, and we'll see how that goes.
And from a design perspective, that microwave, they kept saying this is the most popular size and wattage on Amazon of all the ones we sell. I mean, it's a 700-watt microwave. It's a pretty small, it's like a dorm room microwave, basically, and it's not even that nice of a design. It's a very basic Amazon Basics microwave. So they're not really trying to go high-end. They're trying to make the point that anything, I think, can be an Alexa device. That's a pretty interesting pitch. I think we'll see how that plays out once that starts selling and if more device makers jump on board with that chip.
Yeah, and the big selling point for Amazon has always been, like, we're going to give you slightly better features than you expect at a cheaper price, and I'm glad they stuck with that. Obviously, they improved the aesthetic, but they did not raise the prices on any of this stuff. I'm looking at you, Apple. You guys keep raising your prices. So now the base model iPhone, the iPhone XR, is now $750. You know, so you can at least look at it from the perspective that Amazon is sticking to what it knows best, which is like, look, that is not the nicest microwave that you would ever have, but it works, it's simple, and dang it, it's $60. So, yeah.
I think that's an interesting contrast. We'll see how that plays out. One last thing we got to talk about. We got to talk about Amazon's efforts with entertainment, because they've got the Fire TV Recast. It's sort of like a DVR box for all of your Fire TV content and antenna-based content that can beam all throughout the house. Works with the Echo Show. You can pull up Food Network in the kitchen really easily with it. And on the music front, they've got more music partners with Tidal in the mix now. I mean, they're really pushing towards Alexa being an entertainment hub as well. And I think that'll
the Fire TV Cube is another example of that, which granted was one of the few things that wasn't announced today, but that was also an effort to make Alexa more of an entertainment hub for sure. So yeah, it's they're trying to look at it from the perspective of how do we make Alexa the best possible thing, the best possible platform for your home entertainment in your living room, for your kitchen, for your bedroom, for like literally every different area in your house. So yeah, they need those types of partners to actually provide the right content to do that kind of stuff if you're really going to take over living room entertainment. And you know, they're on their way to doing that.
All right. Oh, and got to talk about one more thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we keep forgetting things because there's so much, but the Echo Auto, it's $25 if you get it by invite, or I think it's $50 at full price. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a little kind of cassette tape looking thing you set on your dash and plug into power and just bring Alexa into your car. And you know, we've already seen devices that do that. The Garmin Speak has a navigating tool with Alexa. There's the Anker ROAV Viva.
Yeah, that plugs into your,
plugs
you know,
in the cigarette charging
Exactly.
port, or the cigarette lighting port. And I actually have that in my car. It always drops connection and does weird things with Bluetooth. I think if this is better than that, it'll be pretty appealing. $25 is half the price of that, I think. So that's going to get a lot of people to buy in. I'm going to be very curious to see how that does. And the idea of Alexa in everybody's cars is an interesting one.
It's a smart move, obviously. It's something that I guess we should have seen coming.
Maybe.
In that, you know, there are so many cars on the road and they don't get updated every single year. It was Amazon's hardware chief mentioned on stage. He said that they sell 70 million cars every year, but that's still hundreds of millions of cars that we don't get into Alexa. And if anything they've presented today, it's that if you have a house, if you have a car, we want to put Alexa into it, and we want to get there before the other guys do. So to that extent, that makes a lot of sense that they would provide their own concept and try to get Alexa into more vehicles.
All right. Well, we've got a lot to think about in the coming weeks, and we've got to test a lot of stuff, so we'll get right on that. But what's that?
Oh, we got to talk about the subwoofer too?
Oh, God, man, there's just so much. So the subwoofer, $130. What I think is really clever here.
Wait, is it $130?
Yeah.
That's not bad for
Not
a
bad
subwoofer.
for a subwoofer.
I would even consider buying a subwoofer at those prices.
I would ask for that as a gift. I don't know if I'd buy that for myself, but that's right in the comfortable ballpark range of, a nice birthday gift or something. But what I think is clever is that the $130 subwoofer, they say, pair it with 2 Echoes, and you get that 2.1 audio sound system that's got left and right channel. Those are $100 each Echo, so you add that all up, that's $330. That's less than the cost by $20 of a single Apple HomePod.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I see that pricing as a shot right in Cupertino's direction, and I think people might be more drawn to that than the HomePod, which has been slow to catch on.
Yeah, and the subwoofer is a brand new product, and right out of the gate, they made it look nicer. It's got the fabric design around it. It's not some clunky mess, and you would actually feel okay having it right next to your home entertainment system. So I think they did a good job as far as the aesthetics were concerned with that one as well. They also had, the Link and the Link Amp, which is the continuation of them trying to do more home entertainment and trying to really, push themselves into that area.
I almost feel like they're just throwing that at the audiophiles that complain about the sound quality of the Echo and the Echo Plus and the existing speakers, and just say, look, use your own speakers, use whatever you want. Here's all the hardware you need to bring Alexa to whatever audio setup you want. We'll see if that quiets them, if people buy into that, or if they just want an all-in-one solution. I mean, you compare that to the HomePod or something, when the HomePod says it can do room-filling audio that's really high quality and audiophiles like it. And with the Echo Amp Link and the new amp, you've got to have your own stuff and connect it. That might appeal to people that have those types of setups already, but people want to buy in on a fresh system, might just want that single approach with something like the HomePod.
It's an interesting thing that you're touching upon, too, in that one of the few things that they didn't show off today was like a Google Home Max competitor, like a top shelf Echo speaker. And the hardware chief, David Limp, on stage specifically referenced, he was like, we already provide a lot of choice when it comes to these kind of things. We just want to create the connectivity for that. So they were adding to the connectivity with the Link and the Link Amp, and also the Echo Input, which just connects to speakers.
Another thing we forgot to mention just now.
So that's not a speaker. It's you connect it to speakers, and it makes it into an Echo device.
Which is really smart, because that's how a lot of people use the Echo Dot already. So that's just basically saying, we'll make the cost a little lower, and you can use it like you've been using it before. Just plug it to your own speakers, Bluetooth, aux in, whatever you want. Man, we tried to end this video like 4 times and keep forgetting things. Have we forgotten anything else?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm about to fall over. I don't think I will.
Camera, yeah.
I will probably never be to another event where the guy gets on stage and says, we're going to have 70 different announcements today, and gets a laugh from the audience, and then confirms that, yes, in fact, there were 70 different announcements. So this was like a real bing, bang, boom. Like, we're going to get through a ton of stuff really, really quickly. It goes back to what you said, which is catch me if you can. Like, it was basically like, we're just going to keep pushing forward as quickly as possible, and we'll see if the competition can keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a lot of work to do, and probably a lot of sleep tonight in this cards for us. A little brain dead, but
I hope so.
we're going to make it.
Yeah, anyway, that was fun.
It was fun.